I thank God for fucking Tinder.
What do you see?
I see a message that says live broadcast area. Oh, I see you.
Am I waving?
You just read something. Hold on, I don't know if I can hear you. Let me get off my headphones.
This looks so.
Say something, Sergio.
Hello, hello, hello.
I hear me fine. You heard? Can you hear me, Sergio?
I can hear you now.
I said I hear and see perfectly fine.
I'm gonna
It's a small screen, but I can still see you.
I'm gonna say 3, 2, 1. Tell me when you hear 3, 2, 1.
Okay, yeah, I gotta get off the phone though, because I'm hearing you twice. Give me a second. I just heard you say
Yeah, I just heard it. All right, we're fucking live. Let me just let me get a fucking link and we'll share it everywhere. Yeah, it's on like a 5-second delay. There's 3 people watching. Fuck, awesome. All right, we're on. Let's get this shit started, Rodimus.
All right, what do you need to do?
We need to, yeah. Let me just get the link so we can share this thing. Where the fuck is the link? Yo, can you grab the link? I'll grab it actually.
Got it. Got it. It's a game joke.
Alright, so when I get the link, we go on social media and then we set it up and we fucking finally do this shit. Even though I don't know how many people are gonna watch this, but Jorge just
Fuck, that's really bad.
What is?
What's going on?
Yeah, so does mine. That's why we're.
No, I mean my work phone.
Oh shit. Why? Why can't I save a fucking message from Facebook thing? I'm double live. Oh, not showing. This one live on my phone. Hey, can we order? Because I need another beer. I already killed mine. Look at this. It's that hot in here. Yo, you ready to do this, man?
I'm ready, man. Let me order this beer you want.
You might want to put on some pants too.
I'm gonna do it like this.
All right. Or just watch what you say.
Why?
Exactly.
You say whatever the fuck. Let me stop that bad.
Yeah, there's no delay. So
we're live now.
we are live now. We're recording right the fuck now. So I'm literally putting it on all social media. So the only thing is I don't know how to put it on Instagram, but
you can't really put like live links on Instagram. You have to put it in the bio.
Yeah, I look fucking I look fucking terrible. I just sent you. Jorge just put a comment, which is great. I'm gonna have to leave this thing on.
Sí, aló. ¿Me oye? Aló. Niggas hung up on me. This is the worst bodega ever.
Is it the one in the corner?
Yeah, they deliver though.
You know, I literally walked right by him. After the shit they pulled last time, I'm like, I am never fucking walking in there again.
It's tough because they don't really speak English.
That cannot be explained by the language barrier.
Sí, aló. Sí, ¿me puede mandar un zipa? ¿Qué fue?
He's telling you to go fuck yourself. That's what he's saying. What did he say?
No deliveries.
He told you to go fuck yourself. See? We're gonna be so disappointing. We're like hyping this up, and
Well, this just took forever, man.
yeah.
We should have focused on something else.
That's fine. Can I get some of your stash right there?
A stash?
Drink.
Yeah.
Facebook. And let me just put it on the Twitter, and then we'll be set.
Don't drop this glass.
Just pour it into the bottle.
You pour it into the bottle.
3
So
beers.
drunk, classy motherfucker. Look,
Yeah.
look how you have to drink it like this. You're gonna mix beer with this? This is fucking brandy, bro.
Let's put some ice in it and cool me off.
There's no ice in this.
You have no ice.
I don't have ice.
You're giving me hot brandy, because this is an oven in here. All right, let me.
It's gonna make a man out of you. Okay.
It's gonna make me go to the bathroom like 3 times during the podcast. Codeswitchin ass.
You need to go to the fucking doctor for the raping I'm gonna give you. Something better in my head. Oh my god, are we still live?
Son, we're live. You're sober. They didn't hear that. You were whispering.
They probably.
And we're live. Who gives a fuck?
Are we gonna record on the computer?
Yeah, we're recording on the computer now, and I'm gonna set up the camera. I'm gonna set up the camera really quick. Really quick. If Anthony Weiner can do what he did and still become mayor of New York, which is a possibility.
What the fuck did Anthony Weiner do other than fuck a bitch?
He was sexting. He didn't even fuck. He was just sexting. And he still has a fan base. And when people realize their respectability politics. Well,
all these bitches getting dick down.
Here's the thing. Donald Trump Jr. is going to run for mayor. And Anthony Weiner said that if that happens, he's going to come back into politics. And in which case, I predict that he will win.
Now I don't trust Weiner either. The guy, he's pulling Clinton, paying off for Trump to run against him.
Well, here's the thing. He could win because he keeps it real. And the Trumps keep it real.
Yo, honestly, my answer to that is Illuminati, bro. All of it.
Guys, I'm sorry you're looking at my face this close right now. It's been a long fucking day. I thought I was going to walk in to an air-conditioned apartment. That was not the case. So I'm sweating my ass off here. This is why I look so shiny. We're going to get started in like a couple minutes. I just got to set up the camera. Shit's not working. Oh, who sent me a message? Let me know if it cuts. We're live, and we're live, and we're live. Let me call Jorge. Let me text him. Yo,
listen, whatever you're doing is taking entirely way too long.
All right, we're live. All right. So guys, we're setting up the podcast right now. There's Rodimus.
Hey, all 3 of you.
Yeah. You want to go on Facebook Live too, or no?
Yeah, I'll go on Facebook Live right now.
Yeah. Put the link on the freaking thing. Actually, you know what? Let me tag you on that. Post. Rodimus.
I don't want to go live until we're ready to go.
Yeah, I don't know how many people are gonna look at us on YouTube, but all right. So we're good. Actually, that brandy smells so much right now. I don't know why the 956, 957. All right. Let me set this shit up.
Are the mics good? All you need to do is plug in
I'm not even
your headphones. Shut. Where are you going? You're really gonna throw that? You're ridiculous.
Dude, do I look good in this Armani right now?
You look fine that way. Why would you fucking burn?
That's true. Because it looks good, okay? So, feel free to turn the things so we can set it up and everything. Oh, you know what? Just focus on our Facebook Live. When you go on Facebook Live, I'm going to send the YouTube link over to
This will be your mic. This is your mic here.
Thank
My mic here. And don't you gotta do the check and all that shit with the mic and all that now?
Yeah, that's fine.
Let me grab my expense.
So nobody can deliver beer?
Nah. That's the only one that I know that delivers. I don't got no cash. Your man is pop for the next couple hours.
Sit down in a position, just so I can focus the camera real quick. What do you say? You're there on there. Stay there. Okay. All right. So not even sounds.
I'm just trying to be me, do what I gotta do. People think that I'm sitting on top of the world, sitting on top of the world, top of the world, top of the world, top of the world.
Is this thing on? Yeah. Tap. Talking to the mic. Oh, hold on. I gotta plug in the. Hello.
Butt sex,
Hello. Wait. Now.
butt sex,
One more time.
butt sex.
One more time.
Gross hard butt sex.
Oh, it would help if. Say it again.
Butt sex.
Hold on. Let me. Levels are mad off. Again?
Butt sex, butt sex, butt sex, butt sex, butt sex, butt sex, butt.
Now?
Sex in the butt, sex in the butt.
Hello. Test, test. One more time, Rodimus.
Butt sex. This is episode 12, right?
Yeah, it's episode 12. I was gonna say this episode should be called When the Revolution Comes. That's not what it's gonna be called.
Should we call it just cheese dicking?
Maybe.
I'm gonna call it cheese dicking.
Hello, hello, hello. Yo! Alright. So I'm just gonna start fucking recording. So that's that. I'm gonna set the backup. Hello, 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 hello. Alright, I'm gonna set up the backup to record under here.
Also,
The backup audio
let me
was
shut
really
off.
good last time.
I'll shut off the filter so
Yeah. What filter? Oh, thank you.
clears up the sound a lot, right?
It was shockingly good last time. I don't know why this is. Say something again.
Yes, it's in the kilo. Kilo 6?
Yeah. You're on 2, right? Wait, which one? Is this 1 or 2? I'm on 1, so. Hello, hello, hello. Alright. I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, shit. Stop. Alright. Alright, so the sound is good. We're recording.
Good to go.
Yeah. It is 10:30, so I'm going to press the record button. It'd be hilarious if this fucking camera just turned off. Yo, so this is Codeswitchin. This is Codeswitchin episode 12, part 1, take 1, and Slate. And Slate. Yo, we're live on Facebook Live. Yo, you got a link to that? Let me share that real quick. I'm like obsessed over this fucking thing. Let me go on Twitter.
Well, it says my connection is weak.
Your connection is weak.
Strengthen that up. Wi-Fi.
Let me log this shit in there. So we're live on YouTube. One watch. Eddie's the guy watching. I don't know why this shit is cut off here. I don't want to create a new link. Let me see this. Let me type in a little. Fuck it.
We're setting up, Wendy. Can you hear us?
Yeah. Alright, let's fucking start this thing.
Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Just
Really? On my beer?
nigga, I gave you some cognac, man.
Alright.
It's fancy cognac.
Let's see if I can activate my notes. I'm at 35%.
What? Charge it?
Yeah. It works? Alright, I'm gonna get my notes though.
Oh.
You know what? No, just plug it in.
I mean, you can plug it in.
Yeah. I'm gonna log in my email. I just want to have this as a reference. All the shit that we talked about. This podcast, perfect. Alright, that's what it looks like there. That's what it looks like there. What do you think about this angle right here?
Lower the screen, bring it forward a little more.
And I gotta plug this in because it's not gonna last. Unless you just want to record for like an hour.
Yeah, that's fine. You can plug it in as we go along.
Yeah. Dude, I look like a mess.
That's fine. Don't broadcast your insecurities.
Cheers, man.
Cheers. We're always drinking on this fucking podcast.
Yeah, that's fine. It's summer.
All right, guys. So let's just start the podcast. For all one of you or whoever watching, topics. I'm gonna let you take the lead since I always love talking the most shit.
You know what really pisses me off?
No, tell me.
You know, there's people that, they post about whatever in their lives, but then they take the time to post, like, breaking news on Facebook, and you think, all right, cool, like, this person is smart, like, they're keeping up with current events, but they post shit that's always, like, a year old.
Yeah, I've seen stuff like that, yeah. The stuff that's really weird to me about Facebook is, like, someone will be like they'll see something terrible, like, oh, this old lady outside of my building is getting brutally stabbed, this world is crazy. I'm like, really? You didn't call 911, you had to post to social media?
Yeah, I mean, that's been a thing for a while.
Or people who are in the hospital and then they take pictures of their IVs, like, what the fuck?
I've been guilty of that.
Well, shame on you. Don't
I know.
do that.
I'm an asshole.
Yeah, you're an asshole for that.
Well, I mean, I can forgive. You can do something and still broadcast it. But
That's such an intimate moment. Like, you have some shit stuck in your fucking arms and you're just gonna, like, broadcast it for the world.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, in we talked about this a while back. There's not a lot of rites of passage in the society, so when it's kind of a way of seeming hard, and you kind of are if you're injured in the hospital and you're broadcasting.
That just means you suck at whatever you were doing and got hurt.
It's possible.
It's like jail. Like, I was having this conversation today with someone at work, and they were like, "Oh, like how when they were growing up, like it was like the dudes in jail or that came out of jail that were always getting the girls," and I felt. And it was because they were always seen as like these hard guys. But I'm like, you just suck at being a criminal. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, criminals do tend to get caught.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah. No, but I think the bigger sin is like, I mean, just people post shit and they don't look at the URL. They don't know like how to look at like if your news is from like dailynews.com and has like 3 N's and 2 W's, it's clearly not the actual Daily News website. Or if you're like posting shit and it's like, this guy turns out to be an FBI snitch, just as an example of a recent thing, or like this celebrity died, and like the article's from 2012. Like the first thing after the headline is like the date, the byline.
You know, one time I was guilty of that, right? So I I got sent this article by this girl who I was dealing with at the time, and it said something like uh, swallowing semen straight from the dick is
I see that.
fights breast cancer, and I posted it on my wall. I fucking shared it with everybody. I was like, oh my god, now science is telling you that you need to suck more dick. And even though I didn't even read the article, I just read the title of it.
Yeah.
And it turns out it was fake as fuck.
Is it fake or is it just like old?
It was both.
Well, how do you know it was fake?
Because like eventually like someone put out like that shit isn't real.
Yeah. Well, because that's science.
There was this there are like websites you can go and do that. Like, do you remember this website called isgay.com?
No, I can't say
So
that.
like you would go on this website and you put the person's name and it would print out this like news journal article saying that this person is gay and was caught in like
As gay as the cheese dicking? Really? That's the title of this episode?
cheese dicking.
Got it. All right.
As good as cheese dicking, really?
We're cheese dicking right now. We're talking shit. We're talking cheese dicking.
Cheese dicking.
How many viewers you got? It doesn't say.
It's just my sister.
But anyway, no, but it's so the example that I was thinking about Sandra Bland stuff. All the developments in the case, like the cop is not arrested, he is arrested, not Marissa. I think it's Marissa. I always confuse the author with the woman that like shot at her abusive ex-husband. Alexandra was her name. She's from Florida. She got arrested.
Yeah. It was something Alexandra.
Like the whole cycle. Like she's out of jail. She got arrested. She got charged. There's a trial. She got let go. Then she got retried. Then she went to jail. Then she got out of jail. So every single on a cycle of every couple of months, like there's a wave of postings where people post shit that happened in the past. So like you think that she's going into jail when she's out, or that she's clear when she's not, or that she's in trouble when she isn't, and it's nuts. It's like people clearly don't read the shit.
Well, I mean, yeah, and you know, like it's just like peacocking, right? It's exactly what it is because social media is a place where you go, where you try and seem. Oh, that was my phone, by the way. Where you try and seem like either really politically and socially aware and conscious of stuff by posting these things. And many times it just turns out that you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. It's just a place where you just post shit because you want to look like, oh my god. Like, I'm sure that's the thought process. Like, now they'll believe that, like, I'm the fucking new Che Guevara or whatever. So
Yeah.
That's really what it is. It's just peacocking. You're mad at peacocking, and that'll never stop. The world is full with, assholes.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with sharing information, but you gotta look at where it's like those memes on social media where like somebody posts something.
Fucking love memes.
Right, and not even memes, screenshots of like somebody saying something, whether it's Donald Trump saying that he was a Democrat and his whole plan is to just lie about being a Republican, or like something that somebody says sexually or whatever, some random nobody, and it's very obvious from the fucking font that somebody made that shit up and photoshopped it in.
Yeah.
And people spread that shit as if it's. I mean, it elicits an emotion.
You know what's really interesting, and it's kind of tied to what you were saying. Do you know what Infowars is?
The Alex Jones.
The Alex Jones show. That show preaches so many like conspiracy theories and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he's an avid supporter of Trump.
Yeah, I mean, I've not followed him closely, but he was kind of an idol of mine for years, just because I was a weirdo, and I knew he was a weirdo. He was in that movie Waking Life, which is an animated movie. He has a scene. I actually showed it to a bunch of people when I was community organizing. He was basically just generally talking about going against the government.
I feel like he's a disinformation agent. Like all he does is fearmonger and pander to like. I feel like the lowest common denominator.
Well, when you look at his views, everything's a conspiracy to him. And he ends up devolving, upon further... I feel this way about John Stossel, if you remember 60 Minutes growing up. Like, he's the reason that I'm kind of, like, follow a lot of anarchist beliefs about freedom and, like, why it sucks that, there's fences everywhere and you're not allowed to do shit and all this. Because he would always have segments on 60 Minutes, like, you used to be able to jump into this river as a kid or swing from a tire, and now you can't because somebody's going to sue.
Yeah.
and the unfairness of that. And if Onyx is listening, that I do believe New York is like a nanny state. If Upinas is listening, we share that in common with that libertarian kind of mindset. But then Stossel, went on to say shit like we don't need any government agencies, we don't need an FAA, like we don't need to regulate airplanes, like just let people just fly airplanes without fucking ground control and shit like that.
Yeah.
So like Alex Jones, for that to be like not just and this there's a lot of Latinos that are disenfranchised and want to believe and follow him, but he's like a right winger.
But
he's a nationalist right winger. He may not be racist himself, but he panders to racist people that like believe in that there should be borders, which I don't believe in. That
a lot of some of the stuff he believes in, like the right to bear guns and stuff. I agree with a lot of that shit.
Yeah, same here.
But and Eddie, by the way, I did see that when Alex Jones ran up on the Young Turks. Yeah, I feel like the Young Turks are kind of the same. Two sides of the coin. They're a little more like liberal kind of stuff.
Very much so. Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably the last straw that shit that he pulled at the RNC. I mean, you don't walk into like a progressive, a show, especially one.
He did it at the DNC.
The DNC, especially I thought it was the RNC. The RNC was the shit show. The DNC was more.
No, that Alex Jones ran up on the Young Turks at the DNC.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure of it.
I mean, you don't do that shit, especially when it's like it's a man of color and a woman hosting it, and he just goes up. I watched part of the video. It was just there's so many more worthy people to like run up, and like Eric and Andre.
I mean, he does this like he be running up on motherfuckers all the time.
Yeah. I mean, Eric
Andre did it.
Yeah, I mean, Eric Andre did it to the Trump, the Trump rally, the Alex Jones rally at the Trump rally, and if you look at the reactions that he was getting, even from the one Latino guy that was screaming at him that he's not MLK, all the stupid shit, stupid violent people, like they deserve to be run up on. The Young Turks don't. So I think that was the last fucking straw. Like Alex Jones has this huge power to bring in a bunch of disenfranchised people that believe that there's something's fucked up in the world, and he's using it. He's against he'll see something like the unification of the Americas, which I think it should be a fucking goal, and call it the New World Order, right? He's very nationalist.
You're talking about that merging of the borders and coming out with the Amero.
Well, if it came from the I think that's what he says.
Yeah, that shit. I'm real suspicious of that stuff too, but
it's not real. It's not real.
I mean, of course,
NAFTA is real, CAFTA is real. Like those, and I think and the TPP is real. I think he's come up against that, and he's right to do so. But like a kind of like left, we're all the Americas. There should be free movement of people between the countries.
That shit will never happen.
Right. There'll be free movement of capital, because that's what NAFTA is. Money can cross borders, supplies can cross borders. But not people,
not so much.
Yeah, exactly. And Alex Jones, by being so nationalist, by leaning so right, is basically feeding into the things that he's against, like the TPP, like free trade.
I don't think that guy is really against or for anything other than his fucking pockets. I'll watch his show and we'll have a guest will come on and talking about we discovered giants in this fucking forest over here, and it turns out they made Atlantis.
He does a lot of paranormal stuff,
right? And they do that stuff,
which I respect.
Which I respect it too, and I believe some of that stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, well, not that I believe, but I believe in the possibility of it. I don't subscribe to anything, right? So he does all that shit, and then it's like, oh, we'll be back in the next minute, and then it's like, do you worry about your water? You need to buy this because my company's selling it, and everything you do is go fuck yourself. That's what he does.
Yeah. Yeah, man. We should take this moment to mention some housekeeping stuff. We are live on YouTube right now. That's why we were so late. We were trying to figure out how to come. We're trying to.
If you're watching, subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yes.
Please. What is it?
Codeswitchin.
Codeswitchin.
You asshole.
It's Codeswitchin the way it's spelled there.
Yeah, right now, if you're probably watching on Facebook Live, thank you so much. Obviously, not everybody. We're expanding the iTunes, hopefully within the next 5 days to 2 weeks. Assuming YouTube looks at us and doesn't say "fuck these guys," no.
Yeah, well, we're moving everything over to iTunes.
We're moving everything over to iTunes. We're on Facebook Live right now. We are live on YouTube now for the first time. So go right now, if you can, to Codeswitchin on YouTube. That's Codeswitchin without the G at the end. Cancel the autocorrect if you have to, or bit.ly/Codeswitchin. Check out our live feed. There is a live chat on the YouTube as well. It's actually bumping.
Talk shit with us, guys.
Talk shit with us. Let us know if it's working. Let us know if it's cutting.
Yeah.
And we're trying to figure out all angles over here.
Please like, subscribe. You can even troll. I like trolls.
You can troll.
Pretty good.
Listen.
Trolling's pretty good. You know,
I
don't know if my sister.
People that get offended are good for one thing. And I say this as a guy that was an activist for 10 years, dedicated my youth to it. They're good for making money off of it.
Yeah, they really are.
So.
And get you and shit.
And go to Twitter. That's basically what I was implying.
Yeah.
I'm like whispering into the mic. Can you guys hear us all right on Facebook Live? Someone say something. Go to Twitter at Codeswitchin and follow us there as well. So now that the plugs are over, you know what other conspiracy I was thinking about today? Chemtrails.
That shit is real. I'm sorry.
No,
I think
it's
that
not.
shit is real, man.
It's
that
not.
That shit is fucking real.
How is it real?
That
Why do you
shit
think it's real?
I just believe that it's real. Like, I think that I've seen like pictures and stuff.
I would sooner believe in Jesus than
you don't believe
chemtrails.
in Jesus because you.
I do, but I don't believe in chemtrails.
I believe in chemtrails, man. I believe in all that shit. I believe in chemtrails. I believe in those fucking FEMA death camps. I believe in mad shit.
If any agency were to actually enslave Americans, this is why I don't believe in the FEMA death camps. Why would the weakest agency in the entire federal portfolio be the one to do it?
I don't know.
I mean, the National Guard, the New Orleans Police Department killed more people during Katrina than FEMA.
Well, FEMA is just running the facilities. They're not doing any of these things, right?
What facilities?
And that's where there are like these huge compounds and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, FEMA couldn't even get I forgot what the figure is. We can look. I'm not going to look it up right now. But the amount of trailers that are supposed to send to New Orleans or even to Sandy affected areas here in the city, they couldn't get trailers. I'm just saying it's a weak ass agency.
Look, that's fine. That's fine that it's a weak agency. It probably sucks dicks for quarters. I'm sure it does. But I still think that there's something sinister going on. I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, I think the military would be able to set up camps and imprison people more than FEMA.
Well, maybe FEMA in cahoots with the fucking...
Maybe.
You know?
But let's go to chemtrails, because a lot of people believe in that shit.
I believe in chemtrails.
Why do you believe in chemtrails?
First of all, because in between my masturbation sessions on X videos, I then vegetate and watch the weirdest YouTube conspiracy videos, and the chemtrail seems to be the most realistic thing. And
out of which
and
conspiracies?
This guy collected whatever was in the fucking chemtrail. It was like boron and some other shit, some other weird chemical that comes down from the chemtrails.
Tatiana's saying maybe they're all in it together. It's possible.
I believe that. I think they're all in on it together.
It is possible, but then again, if you read the 9/11 report, they couldn't even share information about.
Well, a lot of that you
hijackings.
can't even see what the fuck the top guys like George Bush and Cheney and his administration. You couldn't find out what they were questioned about or what their answers were. Like why? Yeah. And I think 9/11 was a fucking inside job. Yeah. Nah, I'm just kidding. I want to remain employed. I don't believe none of that shit. America, baby.
But the people you fired are unemployed anymore.
Oh, God damn
it. You walked into that one, man.
I did fire some people. I did.
Yeah, how's it feel?
I mean, I didn't get a kick out of it. I'm not one of these guys that my dick feels big because I introduced you to poverty. But, I mean, it had to be done. It's part of my job.
I know who I would fire if I had the power to do it. And one day I will. This podcast would help us do that.
Nice.
Help give us the power to fire people.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, we deserve it.
I don't want to fire nobody.
All right.
This is such a tough conversation to have with someone. You know when someone's being like a dick? God, just be a grown-up. Do what the fuck you have to do.
Yeah.
That's why I don't want to be a parent. To have to tell people what to do, Oh man, but at least you can hit your kids. You can't hit your employee, right?
Well, maybe. I mean, so the person you fired deserved to be fired, is what you're saying?
I fired more than one.
You fired more than one? Power tripping?
I wasn't power tripping.
Mm.
Like, first of all, when you're fired, like, it's not like the fucking Jetsons where it's like, you're fired. That's not how it happens. Like, you've been fired for a couple days. HR has to say, okay, and then you submit the paperwork, and then you have a conversation like, yeah, at this time and it's always that it's at this time.
Yeah,
you're not a good fit. It means fuck you. You made my life hard, so now I hope you fucking like unemployment and sucking dick on the corner for, whatever, because you can't do your job.
I was let go once from a really high profile job, and I got the email. Like, I made my supervisor show it to me, and it showed like they knew that I was getting fired, even through the official story was like, don't tell him until he walks in the room and don't give him a reason. And then I saw the actual reasons and shit.
Were they
That's true.
Were they legitimate reasons?
No, it was totally made up.
Well, yeah, HR has to give the okay. Like, you've been fired for days before it comes down, and it's just like, that's why
they were all sitting around eating their kale chips and talking about how to do it the best way.
And then they laugh at it behind your back. Yo, I'm serious. Like,
yeah.
Like, I've seen some people are dicks.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to ruin anybody's life. I don't want to be part of the shit that I used to talk shit about in college.
Yeah.
But the truth of the matter is that some people are just not good at being grown-ups.
Yeah.
No,
that was not me. I was actually pretty good at my job.
I like to think I was like, I got fired. The only job I ever got fired. Well, I got fired from 2 jobs, and they were like fast food jobs. Like,
well, those are designed to.
I got fired from McDonald's because I just no call, no show.
Well, the service industry, especially the fast food industry, and all minimum wage jobs, their business model is based on basically a certain amount of what's the word? They basically.
Tatiana even said it. You need a legal reason to fucking fire people. That's why they do all those write-ups and shit and memos.
Yeah. I mean, they make that shit up. But it's based off of people having a big turnaround. Like, McDonald's is based off people being there like a certain amount of months before the overwhelming majority of people either quit or get themselves fired in the 3 strikes rule. The food service at my university, I worked there for a little bit. They were designed like they couldn't just say like, oh, we're hiring you and we're going to fire everybody in the summer because there's no customers in the summer. Like, they basically trained you as if like you're going to make a career out of that shit and then find reasons to fire everybody. Like, oh, you were late 10 seconds 3 times, we got to let you go.
Yeah, I mean, I remember one time,
how many viewers we got right now?
We got 6. So I remember I had this job. This is how I got fired. I had hair once upon a time, if you remember, right?
Yeah, I know.
Like, I had really long hair.
The reason my hair is so shitty right now is I walked in here.
Tell me more about your hair problems, please.
I stopped myself. I was about to say, Rodimus, you got any like gel or shit? Because I need to fix my hair. And then
you're an insensitive prick too. Okay.
No, because I didn't say it because I knew it would make you feel kind of ways.
I got like some shine shit you could put in but it's for your head. Nah, so like at this time, like I had like really long hair and I would get my shit braided. So like I had just crossed whatever.
Yeah.
So I was like feeling myself. I was in my room hanging out with some girls, and my roommate was like really, really responsible, and I wasn't. And so like we worked the same fucking shitty job in the cafeteria, and he was like, "Oh, yo, it's time to go to work." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not fucking going. You can tell sooner. I'm sick. I'm going. Someone in my family died, and I gotta go to the city." So that was my excuse like every week, right? So then,
thank you, Jen, for commenting on the YouTube that the sound is good.
So he fucking calls me, mind you, when my boss is there, and he goes, Suno said to come, or like don't bother showing up at all. He's got me on speaker and shit, where I had him on speaker, and all the girls are like, oh shit. And I'm like, oh man, this is terrible. Like, should I be a professional? No, I was a total douche about it. I was like, you know what? Tell that nigga I said, fuck you. That's how I lost my job. And my roommate delivered the message. He's like, Rodimus said fuck.
So that's,
Why would you tell him that?
So that's the second job you admitted to on the podcast of straight flipping out.
I didn't flip out. I was just like, fuck you, man. Yeah, second job.
Did I ever do that? I did that to this one outfit. And I'm only saying this because they are the sweatshop of nonprofits in the social justice field. I straight up walked off the job and didn't tell anybody. And I'm not the kind of person to do it. And it was so fucking tense. They so overwork you and fuck with you.
Mm-hmm.
And we were unionizing at the time. So I might as well say it because it's just going to come out anyway. We were organizing low-wage workers, the fast food workers, to organize into a union, but we weren't organized, and so like our turnaround was huge. And this is a very, very large organization with like a ton of like very popular. Basically, got the mayor elected, and we were like, you know what, fuck it, like, we want to unionize, cause like. We're telling these McDonald's workers to fight for $15 an hour, which we weren't paid at first, us, and we were working like 50 hours a week, and so like they're like, all right, fine, we'll give you 15, but like, no,
50 fucking hours a week, God.
Hell yeah. I would be at the McDonald's on 125th in Lexington, which is like the K2 capital of the city, besides Broadway and Myrtle, at like midnight, 6 in the morning, noon on a hot summer day, 5 in the morning in the middle of winter. Like, it's hard-ass work, and we're like, we want a union. We deserve a union. And there's a lot of nonprofits out there that are unionizing right now, including, I think it's I don't know. I don't want to say the wrong one, but...
don't say no names. I'm not trying to sue you, man.
No. I just don't want to be incorrect. I don't give a shit about people. Listen,
I care.
If we say some organization is unionizing and they are or aren't, their issue is like, fuck, we're dealing with our workers trying to stand up for their rights. Their issue isn't, oh, somebody said something factually incorrect on a podcast.
I don't know, man. So everybody got Twitter fingers and sue me fingers.
Yeah, that's true. But what was the point?
I don't remember. We went on a long diatribe.
Kenny, we got to play handball sometime. Conspiracies... Workers, fast food, working in fast food. Damn, we went the whole gamut.
Unless they make it a problem.
Who's they? Who's they and what's the problem?
I don't know what you meant by that.
I don't know. Think about it, because I got to reset the 5D real
Hair.
quick.
What?
Oh, we were talking about hair, yeah. And me being an asshole.
Yeah.
And you quitting your job.
You quit your job.
Quick, say some shit while I reset the camera. We're still recording.
What do I want to say? Oh, real quick about K2. K2's fucking scary, man. I remember when K2 was really popular. Last summer was really when I saw like the worst K2 epidemic. Yo, these motherfuckers are like monsters, man. On that K2 shit. They do all kinds of wild shit. I saw one dude bust his fucking hand wide open. Or sometimes they just start tripping and talking to themselves. They look like what a possessed person would look like in like a horror movie. It's really fucking terrible.
Yeah, I live near Broadway and Myrtle, and you can't hear me on the podcast right now, so I'm going to shut up. But you can hear me live. So Rodimus, just keep talking.
Yeah. K2's really... Oh, one time this guy, he was like on K2.
This is Codeswitchin episode 12, part 2, take 1, and Slate. Proceed.
So he was on K2, whatever. I'm pretty sure it was K2. So he's like flipping out. Like crackheads don't do this shit. Like crackheads are a little more private about it. And like right there in front of everyone.
Plug this into your kitchen, don't let me forget.
Alright, he pulled down his pants and took a shit, bro. Like on a very public street in Washington Heights. It was crazy. And now what's made a comeback is heroin. Heroin is back with a vengeance.
It is?
Yeah. And it's like young guys.
Rodimus is an authority.
Yes, seriously.
I know it kind of looks like we're just a bunch of like spics talking about like things we see in the street, which is still believable. But Rodimus is an expert at this shit because he deals with these people all the time professionally.
Well, it's not nice to say these people, but yes, I do deal with a lot of like homeless,
These subjects.
You know, the thing is like New York City is full of just crazy motherfuckers like that got mental illness coming back from generations and just it's never been treated. You know, people coming down with a history of like sexual abuse and all kinds of wild shit. And they're just kind of out there, man. Nah, I'm serious. So like, a lot of these people who like push to, and I think it's awful. People who push to get shelters out of their neighborhoods.
Yeah, I'm dealing with that where I grew up.
It's awful. Like, oh, get these shelters out. I'm like, yo, but people are in shelters because like gentrification is definitely a part of it.
Absolutely. I mean, so the whole shelter thing in the city is, fuck. This is so sad and gets me pissed off as fuck. I grew up in a very very immigrant neighborhood. Right now it's probably mostly Asian. I grew up by Queens Boulevard and Grand Avenue, Broadway, where they all meet.
Mm-hmm.
The systems are broken.
All systems are broken for sure.
And so listen. So my neighborhood it borders a white neighborhood.
Except the prison system.
It borders a white neighborhood of like old white homeowners.
Mm-hmm.
And then my neighborhood is mostly renters, Asian renters, and like Latin American, like South American renters. Okay. There were no like black people in the neighborhood. There's very few like white people in my part of the neighborhood. There are very few like I don't know. I'm bringing race into it for a reason because like obviously immigrants tend to be upwardly mobile, and white people are white people, of course. So the Pan American Hotel shut down around the corner from my house about 2 or 3 years ago. And in my neighborhood, the gentrification is starting to creep in. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, fuck, those are going to become $1 million condos. But the owners of the hotel are like, they made it into a homeless shelter. So so immediately...
that's mine.
It's yours?
Yeah, well, it's not mine. It's my organization. I'm not going to mention my organization, so we're not going to say. Right. Don't even say the location of this shit no more.
All right.
Yeah, like I work for that agency.
Yeah. Well, I commend you because there's a crisis and there needs to be.
They're fighting us hard.
Well,
they fought us hard on that.
They fought you so hard. Here's what I saw in my years, and this is why I bring race into it. Because so in the neighborhood, like I said, so homeless shelter. Obviously, a lot of black people and a lot of Puerto Rican people are homeless.
Yeah.
So like that's who resides there now. So like you would see them walking down the street, and so people that aren't used to seeing that on my block freaked out. But I like in my years of organizing, there are certain communities that are very hard to organize, and Asian people are one of them. You don't see Asian people at a lot of protests. Mm-hmm. You don't, unless you're really fucking good at organizing, or you organize them around something that puts a trigger. Mm-hmm. So I walked into my neighborhood one day, or my parents' neighborhood one day, and I see 1,000 fucking people. Mm-hmm. 1,000 people in my neighborhood, right? I'm off the beaten path. There's no hipsters in my neighborhood. It's not, it's like, and almost all Asian. I'm like, holy shit. And then they're all, because it's the public meeting, like a block down from the hotel, now the shelter about the thing. So it's being fucking, the house is packed. And people are chanting and they're cheering, and then there's like 20 of the people in the shelter, very obviously like the only black and Puerto Rican people there, and the 1,000 people on the other side, including a lot of my neighbors that I grew up with, are just chanting, just cheering, just fucking hurling. They're hurling abuse at them, like basically telling them to get the fuck out, like borderline like violent shit. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like. I looked at the organization that had organized it, and it was basically like the community organization that's based like partially in Elmhurst, the immigrant section, but mostly in Maspeth, which is like the white homeowner section. Yeah. So it's white homeowners organizing these people, these immigrants, based on their racism, against their own self-interest, because most of those people are not homeowners. Most of those people are the renters in the 2 or 3 buildings on my block that I grew up in this really big building. And I'm like looking at these, like everybody, like
Guys, my phone may die soon, so.
yeah, which is good because I gotta make this point. You're racist, whatever. Like we're all fucking like my parents are Latin American. They grew up like if you're American, if you're Asian American, like it's ingrained in you to be a little bit racist. But the fact that like you're not seeing through this to its conclusion, fuck, we're not live anymore.
No, that.
God damn it. Go live on my phone. Because I gotta make this fucking point. This point is really, really, really fucking important. I'm gonna go live and then you're gonna retweet you're gonna share my link, alright?
Well, just tag me on it.
I will. Codeswitchin podcast 9-1 part 2. That's the first time I've gone on Facebook Live on my phone. Oh fuck! I didn't tag you. Hold on. Can you be tagged?
Yeah, thing there.
Comment?
No, not the comment. Go back down.
Yeah.
There's like a thing. Go again. You see where like it's like a person with a plus.
Yeah. Oh. Invite anonymous.
I guess.
Yeah. So what does that do?
Invitation sent.
Alright,
I
so-
don't know what the fuck it does. My phone is dead.
All right.
So
So here, set this up real quick. What I'm gonna do is you're gonna log into your Facebook here.
yeah.
Right.
Actually, just try and go live on the Facebook. It's already there.
No, you can't go live on the laptop. I'm gonna log out of this. You're gonna log.
Just
Actually, no, wait, no, I can just tag you, right?
yeah.
All right, so let me do that. Edit
This
post.
is weird. It's like right in my face.
What is right in your face?
The phone was.
Listen, it's in my face too. Sure. All right, so I'm not gonna.
All right. Go back to the same way you were saying. That's really your fucking.
What?
You got like your profile pictures. You looking like Cheyenne with glasses.
I
And
know.
then the fucking background thing is like anarchy.
I look like a douchebag. You guys have fun. All right, what was I saying?
It is a PlayStation controller.
Hey Julio, it's my boy from first grade. Yo, Julio, we were talking about Elmhurst, actually. So I should start the story over again.
No, you shouldn't because we are recording this. So
Yeah,
you're
no.
gonna have to edit all
No,
this shit.
I can edit it. It's fine. So basically, homeless shelter in Elmhurst, Maspeth. Elmhurst being the immigrant rental neighborhood, Maspeth being the white homeowner neighborhood. The homeless shelter brought in homeless people because the hotel closed. The
Yeah.
homeless people are black and Puerto Rican because that's who's poor in New
But
York.
it's a good mix of people. I think that shelter is gonna be like 140 men.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's families, though. There's women and strollers and shit.
That one's not gonna be families. That one's just.
No, but that's been a shelter for like a year or two now.
Oh, that one? Then
Yeah.
okay, then that's not the one
On
that.
Queens Boulevard, the big ass hotel.
Okay, no. So then that's not the one.
Which
that
we used
my
to have
parents-
they used to have a salsa club on the first floor. I would go and it'd be like all MILFs and G MILFs.
Yo,
I
listen,
miss
man. I know we are digressing, but like, if you want like milfs, bro, you need to fucking learn salsa.
Yeah.
Like that is fucking crazy. Like, you ever seen like yo? I used to get mad when I would go like to a club and cause I could fucking dance bachata. I can dance merengue. I can defend myself to the point where I may say I'm alright. I'm okay at it. But salsa, oh man, that shit is fucking hard as fuck.
Yeah.
Especially if you're drunk. And I find myself counting like a white guy one. Like
Yeah, I do that all the time for everything.
and only MILFs. Like, and I'm talking about like porn star hot.
Yeah.
Not like
Yeah.
MILF, like, oh, you're attractive for your age.
Like that.
No,
like
this bitch is bad.
like
Jesus
that night at the
Christ.
old spot in the Bronx when we first started podcasting last year.
Yes, it was MILF City, but what were they playing?
They did the whole history of hip hop from the 70s to today, and they kicked out. They turned off the music so that the Fordham kids would leave, and all the J-Lo
I
girls would
remember
walk
that. All those fucking college kids. And then that girl kept falling. Do you remember that?
in. Yes.
That was awesome.
Yeah, the last white girl to leave like straight fell. It was snowing, right? It was like a blizzard. It was winter.
Yeah, it was. It was crazy, and I couldn't drink because of Lent.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
so upset about that. I'm like, fuck, I'll be having.
You were so pissed off.
Fuck.
If your vibes rubbed off on me because I would have danced.
I know, but like, listen, like when people are like, I don't need to drink to have a good time. Well, all right, maybe you're 9 years old, but I need to fucking drink to have a better time. So
I admire your commitment. How many beers you got? 5. All right. Hey, Mike. Hey, Ruth.
oh shit, Louie's watching.
Hey, Ludi. So again, we're digressing a huge amount, but basically the point is, I saw 1,000 Asian people protesting, which is a fuck. If as an organizer for 10 years, if you got 1,000 Asian people to organize, you should win a fucking medal in the United States, obviously. And they're protesting against this homeless shelter opening up in this primarily Asian neighborhood. But the organization running the protests, and this is at the public hearing about the homeless shelter, was a white homeowner organization.
Yeah.
Organizing immigrants, Asian and Latin American immigrants who are mostly renters, to protest and be violently racist because they were if you missed part 1, they were screaming at the homeless people because like 20 of them had showed up and they were like, "Yo, we're human, don't protest us." And all the Asian people were like saying like, fuck you, whatever. And it's like, if that
was racist, sir.
That's what they were fucking saying.
No, but I'm saying you said it racist.
That's what they were fucking saying.
All right.
They were being told how to curse in English at these homeless people.
Are you serious?
Yes.
That's
but
wild.
Here's the thing. Those weren't fucking homeowners. Yeah. Those were renters. And if that hotel is not a homeless shelter, what is it going to be? It's not going to become another hotel.
It's going to be like $1 million.
It's going to be $1 million condo.
Like the shelter lowers their property value.
No, not the homeowners. The majority of people in that crowd were renters.
No, I know what you're saying.
So if the hotel becomes $1 million condos or even $500,000 condos, what happens to the renters? What happens to my parents who are renting in the apartment around the block?
Banged out.
We get fucking evicted. Exactly. The people that were protesting and not putting up the flyers, but reading the flyers and showing up because they don't want to see black people walking down the block, are going to get fucking priced out. And it was just the saddest, most pathetic thing to see people actively advocate their own eviction because they couldn't handle their because they want to be these homeowner, like minority, whatever. And I saw like my neighbors that I grew up with, like there, and it was just I was so pissed off and it was so sickening,
Yeah. You know what I've always found interesting is anime. I feel like anime, like I like anime and I watch a lot of it, like a ton of it. But the crowds never look Japanese. Like, not the crowds, the characters never look Japanese. And it'll be the guy with the fucking most Japanese name is always like, the hero's usually a guy named Akira, right? Which is like,
you talking about anime?
Like cartoons.
I'm still heated about my fucking parents getting evicted.
This is a connection.
Yeah.
But the guys are always, like Goku, right? Goku is, probably one of the best known, like, anime character. And when he becomes a Super Saiyan, his hair goes blonde and his eyes turn blue. I'm like, what the fuck? This is like, did Hitler write this?
I didn't know
this. Nigga's an Aryan. He's you don't know, like, the Super Saiyan.
Kelly, you just missed the whole rant about the neighborhood. Julio, isn't there mostly Colombians? Where in the shelter or in Elmhurst? Julio grew up in the neighborhood, so I hear you about the Aryan Goku. I don't watch Dragon Ball Z.
All I'm saying is, self-hate is strong. That was just my point.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you see it in Univision, you see it in
Oh my god, fucking Univision.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Where else do you see it?
Everywhere.
Yeah. Standards of beauty.
And in DR. Like, how many times, like,
Yeah, Julio, yeah. I mean, it's mostly, Elmhurst is Latin American and Asian. It's mostly, I mean, a lot of the Latin Americans are leaving now. Like, the Colombians and the Argentinians, I'm half Argentinian, were the first to move in because they're the most Spanish looking. But at this point, if you moved up to the middle class, you moved down to Long Island or the Poconos or whatever. My family's like fucking poor, so we're still in Elmhurst.
I would never move to Long Island even if I had money. That place sucks.
Yeah. I'll do I had my first experience on the Long Island Railroad at night on the weekend the other day. Thank you, freelancing. That was like being in a freshman year at UB all over again.
Yeah, this is a random story, but I had to ride the the Metro North a couple nights ago.
Yeah.
And I hear like it's me and like a few other people. It's like really late at night.
Yeah.
And like there's these two hot girls sitting down. So of course I'm just like checking. I'm like, well, you look good. So I'm in the stare, and then I hear like a wet, loud thump. And I look back, and I swear to God, this fucking guy literally had face planted, like onto the fucking ground, like so hard.
Yeah.
And I'm like, am I a jackass? Like, what the fuck? Is this a joke? Like, what's happening? So I walk, like nobody's paying attention to this dude. He's like well dressed, like a young dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I walk. I'm like, yo, like he's, this dude may die. Like, I mean, he hit his head really hard. So I walked over and I turned, like, I made sure he was breathing. He was fucking passed out.
Yeah.
Like, he hit his head so hard that he passed out. So I stood him up. His head is fucking bleeding.
Oh shit.
And I sat him down. Trying to get him to breathe. I go buy him some fucking water, and he wants to lay on the ground. I'm like, bro, like he was really drunk.
Yeah.
Really drunk. This young white dude, whatever. I'm like, bro, you're gonna get robbed. So like, I'm like, I don't know what to do. Like, do I call EMS or whatever? I didn't want to call EMS on him because like he was like just a hammered dude.
Yeah.
I didn't want to treat him like one of my clients because like he could always refuse. So I just put him on a train, one of those trains. I hope you went to the right place.
I don't know, man. What I was surprised at when I first started riding the Long Island Railroad for a couple gigs. The Long Island Railroad's like $7-8 fucking bucks minimum to ride, and I was shocked at how many like homeless people, how
it's
sadness. like openly not because there's many different types of homeless, but how many like clearly fucked up dirty people there were. That's what I really mean. Like every station smelled like piss.
Yeah.
There's people on there that are clearly like these people clearly don't have jobs. How the fuck like they reek? How the fuck do they afford $14 round trip tickets minimum?
Well, I mean, a lot of them are sneaking on, right? So the conductors come around every couple, and like, what are you gonna do? Like,
I got kicked off for having a bicycle. If I could get kicked out, and I was like in a fucking button up.
Yeah, but you have stuff to lose, right? So say I'm like a homeless guy. No, fuck you. Kick me out. Get the cops. Yeah. So now you got to call the cops, and it's this whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, I just needed to get one stop, and I'm gone.
Mr. Gonzalez is watching, I believe. He's like, talking shit about LSU. I gotta check.
Who's talking shit about LSU?
No, he's checking to see if we are.
Oh.
And Julio, are you still in Washington Heights? He'll let us know.
I love Washington Heights.
That's where we are right now.
No, we're in Inwood. It's different.
Is that really a thing?
Not like, I mean, Inwood. It's Inwood.
I'm gonna lean closer to you to get in the frame. Nice. Let me check.
After Dykeman, all the way to, I think it's like 220th Street or whatever. Like up until that bridge, I think it's 220. It's all considered Inwood.
Yeah.
He says he's in Harlem.
Yeah. We had like. When we said you had like 300 viewers last time we were on Facebook Live, was that at one time or overall?
I think at one time we had like 100.
It's crazy. How do we have 2?
Well, it's not mine.
Yeah.
I'm more popping.
That is true. Shit, man. Julio, we gotta catch up sometime, man. Some 180 he was on Harlem. Anyway, let's wrap up or pick another topic, but we gotta get the plugs eventually.
Should probably start wrapping up.
Yeah, definitely. Let me just go back to the notes. Let me check the camera too. You got any shows coming up?
Yeah, I'm actually I'm performing this Sunday on the 11 o'clock show, possibly the 9, but definitely the 11 o'clock show.
10 more minutes.
Over at Broadway Comedy Club. So check me out there. I'll be telling some jokes and shit. I'm pretty fucking hilarious. So I'm told by science.
Yeah. And we are most likely recording on Labor Day, sometime during the weekend. So
yeah.
I mean, I don't got anything else to plug. I mean, we're going to be on iTunes soon.
Jeez.
So we're gonna have a lot of really cool shit coming up. I mean, we've made it to 12 episodes. Most podcasts don't do that.
Yeah, our last podcast definitely didn't. Our last podcast.
Oh, yeah. The podcast that shall not be named.
What was it? What did we call it?
Mikey Business.
Mikey Business. It was fun.
Yeah. Well, this is more fun.
This is more fun, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially because we've done it longer.
Jill wants to come on. I saw her today.
Oh, Joe, really?
Yeah.
That's dope.
So we were editing.
I thought she was like in Mexico or something.
She was. She just came back. I was working with her editing footage from Mexico. They're doing a reality series.
Cool.
I can't say much more, but it's a.
Well,
Well, I don't know what I'm fucking bound or not bound. I didn't read the fucking when I signed up for the job.
Nah, that's fine. I was just being a dick.
Well, I literally asked her today if I could do something with the footage.
Yeah.
Like,
She told you to go fuck yourself?
no, like I asked her if I can take the footage that I'm working on and use it as part of my like sample work, and she's like, "No, you signed the paper saying that's confidential." I'm like, oh shit! All right.
Yeah, she told you to go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, she didn't. Had I asked the boss, they would have.
A little bit. She told you to go fuck yourself.
No, not at all.
Tomatoes.
All right.
But nah, man.
This is a fun episode.
This was a fun episode. I feel like whenever it's just you and I, we're just like whatever. So I was walking down the street. We just say whatever, which is pretty dope.
Yeah. We again one more time before we sign out. For like the one person, Julio, the one person, add us on Twitter. What did he say? At least he was nice about it. She's a very nice person.
She is. Who, Jill?
Jill, yeah.
She's awesome.
Yeah.
She's cool as fuck.
Yeah. Follow us on Twitter at Codeswitchin. Follow us on YouTube at Codeswitchin at Codeswitchin. We're on Instagram, we're on Facebook. Personal.
Personal stuff? Well,
not like the shit that you talk about with your
pour out my heart. I'm like, guys, going through it right now. I'm just kidding.
Your Instagram or your Twitter.
So my Instagram is badmanrad. My Twitter is badmanrad, and I'm on Snapchat, but I don't really use that shit. I'm just on it so that girls can send me like twerk videos. I like twerk videos.
That's why you're on Periscope too.
That's why I was on Periscope, but then I got off it because it was weird. Because it was always like these like 14-year-old chicks, and I'm like, I don't like that. It's fucking weird. Get away from me.
Yeah. One of those 14-year-old chicks is gonna be president one day.
I mean, of what?
I'm Sergio. You can find me at Sergio-Usurin@squarespace.com. You're not gonna know how to spell that, so just find me on Instagram at NativeNYVideo. Twitter at People's History. Angelica, you're going to be on this podcast one day. You're going to be amazing. And yeah, we're signing off. We're going to... Angelica M. Rivera.
That's a nice name.
She's awesome. We'll have this up. You'll probably be listening to this over Labor Day weekend. No one's going to listen to this shit over Labor Day weekend. Everyone's going to be getting laid.
You might be right, yeah.
Yeah.
Or getting drunk. But you can play this in the background. It's really soothing
Yeah.
to hear me talking while you're getting plowed from behind. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So...
Or if you're doing thrusting, it'll help with your thrust. Like, this podcast is very, very versatile podcast. It's like, it's like the crowbar of podcasts. It's a very, very useful tool.
Absolutely.
That's how I like to think about it.
I'm going to close off on that.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Have a good night. See you.
One yourselves.
Word. All right, you can get off live now.
Or drunk. He's right. Drunk.
All right.
I hope I get laid this weekend.
Yeah, let me